physician, Congressman Ronny Jackson. Congressman, we talked about it. We talked about it often. You took a lot of heat. I took a lot of heat. We told the American people the truth. Let's talk about both issues here, the cover-up of the cognitive decline, and I'm having a hard time understanding how they allowed prostate cancer to metastasize when he has doctors around him literally all day long. I was with the president last week in the Middle East. There are so many medical considerations for a president that it is frankly mind-boggling.
Well, Sean, look, this is either medical malpractice or, like you said, this is yet another medical cover-up. I find it absolutely, just like you do, inconceivable that this man has prostate cancer after just leaving the White House. He was at the White House for 4 years. He had access to world-class health care for 4 years, the pinnacle of executive concierge medicine. And there's absolutely no excuse that Dr. O'Connor, his personal physician, and I just want to clarify one thing, the White House medical unit is a fantastic medical unit, and they do everything they're supposed to do. There's one person, that's responsible for his medical care in this regard, which should have been screening him for prostate cancer, and that's Dr. Kevin O'Connor, the appointed physician to the president. That was his job during the Biden administration. That was my job during the Trump administration and my job during the Obama administration. Go back and look at the medical records. President Bush, when he was in office, got a PSA done as part of his physical exam. So did President Obama. So did President Trump. There is no reason why President Biden wasn't receiving PSAs and prostate screening exams during his time in office. Or if he was, it wasn't reflected in the medical record, which means that Dr. O'Connor was lying to the American people again, because we know for a fact that he lied for 4 years about his aggressive cognitive decline. He lied every day that he spoke, and he didn't have the guts to come out and brief the physical and take questions about why he didn't get a prostate exam and why he didn't have these simple screening exams done. So, Sean, there is absolutely, positively no excuse for this. We need answers on this, and I can't explain it. There is no way that he went over a week's period of time from no one knowing he had prostate cancer to suddenly being diagnosed with prostate cancer, getting a biopsy, and then finding out that he had metastasis to his bones. This is ridiculous. He had cancer the entire time he was in the White House, and someone should have picked up on it, and that someone is Dr. Kevin O'Connor. It's shameful, Sean, shameful.
And I'm not a medical doctor, but if this metastasized to the bones, I can't imagine the prognosis is good at stage 4.
No, it's not. I'm not an oncologist. I'm not a urologist, but I've listened to lots of them speak today. I've called and I've talked to several of them, and it's a bad prognosis. I mean, it's about as bad as you can get. It's stage 4. It's Gleason stage 9. It's highly differentiated. It's the most aggressive type of prostate cancer you can get. So we'll see. And I mean, I want to know, Sean, did he actually get diagnosed, years ago, and have they been treating this behind the scenes without us knowing about this? That's a distinct possibility. That would be a crazy statement to make in most cases, but knowing how they covered up his cognitive decline, that doesn't sound crazy to any of us.
All right, Congressman Ronny Jackson, thank you so much for being with us. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.